Hey, don't adjust your screens. I know that was the intro for the Tuesday night watch talk, and it's Friday night. I get it. But we have the band back together, the original Tuesday night watch crew. Hopefully, Amin's going to come in very, very soon. Oh, and there he is. There's the guy, the
Yay.
original crew. The band's back together. It's bigger than the Beatles, bigger than Jesus. Um, that's what John Lennon said.
Oh, okay.
Probably like I said, so don't, I hope
Bobby likes
nobody
that.
just,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, happy Friday, everybody. Colin, what is up? How you doing?
I'm
What's
good,
going
man.
on
How
with
are you?
you, buddy?
Not much. I'm
Yeah,
happy it's the weekend and ready
yeah.
to go. And I'm wearing a Vacheron.
Very, very nice, man. Very, very
Mm-hmm.
nice. Are you,
Thank you.
I have a feeling you're trying to spend as much time with it right now to make a decision, aren't you?
I love the watch. It's just I don't know. I love a lot of
Mm.
watches, so
Yeah. No, I hear you.
like I
Yeah.
keep thinking, and it's just all the stuff you could buy if you sold the watch, kind of thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but then you're
So
gonna buy a dress watch, and then you're not gonna be able to wear it that much, and then you're gonna be trading back to the Vacheron.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very
Or
possible.
Daytona.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's tempting.
Yeah.
I might be able to pull off an even trade for a black Daytona. I think maybe if I find the right person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I still wouldn't do
Still,
it.
yeah, I'm still waiting. Yeah, I like this watch. I wear it a lot.
It's a
And
great watch.
I love wearing it, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I
It's
love
no
seeing
Cartier
it in your,
Santos, but it's a great watch.
yeah, it's no Santos.
I love whenever you post a picture of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks good.
yeah.
Such a sweet watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Joe,
Hello.
how are you?
Happy Friday. Good, good. The wife let me out, so I can
Yeah,
hang out
Joe
with
I
you
know the
Chang
guys.
feeling.
comes through. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Figure everyone's busy being in New York today, so I'm just
yeah,
getting here to hang out with you guys.
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What do you got on there?
Hop ring
Oh,
today.
oh, very nice.
Sweet.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
it's been a while.
Fresh coat of paint.
Yeah,
It's chipping in places. I got.
nice, nice. So good start for Team Headset on top right here, right? Team Headset, good start.
Rob, what did I miss? What are you wearing?
No, I haven't. I always circle back at the end.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Marcus, what's up, man? Laris,
Not much.
Chub food.
Thought I'd swing by.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. What do you got on wrist, man?
I believe it was House Strong that coined the phrase "putting your best foot forward." So got the blue one today.
Love that watch, man.
Nice.
Yeah, you posted a picture the other day of it and
Yeah.
of the shot, and I'm like, oh man, I love that watch. It's
So
so good
good.
looking. So good.
So good.
Um,
Like copying each other. But
yeah.
man, could you wear that every day? You think? Like, is that good?
For the
daily?
office, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of rotating between that and the Moser for the office. Like when I'm at home and like I might want to go for a hike or just like randomly hit the gym or something like that.
Mhm.
I'll have the Seamaster or some sort of Rolex. But
Do
yeah,
the
let's go to the office.
do the Crocs match the FPJ?
Depends what you mean by match. They're orange, so
Hmm.
orange and blue is not a bad.
That
No,
goes.
that
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
Yeah, that works. That works. Ahmed, how you doing,
I'm looking
buddy?
at the chat here. So funny.
We're gonna
Kevin
catch
called
up.
us the traveling Wilburys. That's too funny.
Okay, Amin, you're the Roy Orbison.
Who am
How
I?
you
Am I
doing?
Roy?
Yeah,
Am I Tom Petty?
That means you're dead. Well, no, Tom Petty's dead too. Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I
I'm
don't know
wearing
what that
gay.
is, guys. Sorry.
the tradition. It's my
Damn, what a
my-
freaking
my-
lineup tonight.
my newest one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta
We brought
say,
out
it
our
might-
heavy hitters, man.
It might be my
Ugh.
favorite one. It's hard to
Yeah.
say. I freaking love this watch.
Yeah, well,
Really
that's
love
that's an awesome. I'll round up with my latest, and that is that Vertex
Sweet.
M100.
Boo.
Very
Sorry.
yeah, it's
You had to get your best watch. And
yeah, I know. I
you
didn't know. I didn't know.
I really dig the Vertex though. I really do.
Yeah, it's a nice everyday kind of type piece. So I'm very happy with it. Let's say hello to the chat and see what there's everybody's wearing. A lot of members of the chat are in New York City for Watch Time and Wind Up New York. I will be going tomorrow. I will be meeting some of those guys there. I got some people from the channel, texting me, hey, are you going to be there? Let's meet up. So it's going to be a good opportunity to meet some people face to face for the first time, which is great.
Meet
You're a
the
huge
fans.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, sure.
Bring
Wolfgang
bring a
is here.
Sharpie.
Yeah, look, I'm not as big as a celebrity as Wolfie. A couple of my buddies who are not part of this watch community who just like watches, but I just know they're like, is Wolfie gonna be there? Because they love Wolfie. Um, Chaz is here. What's going on, Chaz? Marceau, what's up? Hey guys, for the Friday night stream, I'm wearing my new UN Executive Dual Time. Very, very
That's a
nice.
cool piece.
Yeah. Wilson is here. Um, Bill K, how you doing, Bill K? Good to see you. AZ Clayton is here. How are you, Clayton? Hobby Bobby is here. Kevin S, man on the street, this evening at the wind up event. Good to see you.
He's got a Long Island exclusive, right?
He might. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's up to him if he wants to. He's got look. He's got the invite link. If he wants to come in, he doesn't have to put on his camera if he doesn't want to because he's incognito. He's investigative reporting.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like
He
the
is
Ronan
undercover.
Farrow of the watch world.
yeah, you're right. I am also here and I just ate fried rice, Scott says. Excellent.
Sweet.
And he's wearing his Satori Billard. Very nice. Thomas, my friend, how are you? Thomas um, volunteered to reach out to the guys at Vertex because I was wondering, I asked Thomas because I know he has a lot of military watches or is into that style. And I was wondering if this watch, when it was back in the day, when it was issued to the military and British military, what did it come on? Because this is a rubber strap here. And he reached out to the guy at Vertex in a few minutes, got an answer for me. So it was very, very helpful. And thank you so much for
Connections.
that. Pale Horse is here. Caliber is here. How you doing? James Duffy, what's up, my man? How you doing? Um, Kevin Asteria is calling us traveling Wilburys.
Love that.
You love a lot of watches, but none of them long time. I think he's referring to you, Colin, right?
I've been pretty stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Junior Johnson's here, all the way from Michigan, saying hello. Anonymous Watch Guy, anonymously saying hello. Young Excellency, what is up? How are you? Wayben, good to see you. Hope to see you in person tomorrow. Love to. Bobby's here. How are you? Josie's voice hit the YouTube stream. Ken Spear, just checking in from Pittsburgh. How you doing, Ken? Wolfgang saying, I think Cho, or for me for that matter, would need a lifetime to grow a beard like Dib. Could do it in 5 days. All right. Well, Cho,
Yep.
you got a little bit of like a John Sparrow look over there with the little, light mustache and the chin music there. That's I like it.
I'm
Looks
just
good.
not taking care of myself. No.
Oh, thank you, Thomas, for the super chat. Happy birthday to Junior Johnson. All right. Happy birthday, Junior Johnson. Thank you. Thank you. No pours tonight. I think he's referring to the panel's judges,
To the
watches.
Yeah.
Bobby Legs will be at the biggest media, will be the biggest media star wind up tomorrow. I don't think so, Chaz.
I really do think you should bring a Sharpie, and anytime anyone recognizes you, just take it out like
Well, they
you're
better recognize
expecting
me
to sign
because
something.
Dude,
I'm gonna be
don't
wearing
don't
my.
even wait for
Yeah.
them to ask you to sign anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
sign
just
their
take it
forehead
out like,
Just be
hey,
like,
and then sign their forehead.
Yeah.
If you do that, Rob, you'll be my hero.
sign
Please
their
do that.
boob. Sign their boob. Right? No, I'm just gonna wear like I'm wearing my Bobby Legs t-shirt.
Yeah.
Loves Watches t-shirt. So there's gonna be no confusion with that.
just
Hey,
Sharpie ready.
come on. Yeah,
That's
just like,
great.
and it's gonna be like I'm gonna like sign Bobby Legs loves watch. Like it's gonna be like
Like the whole
long,
thing.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Brilliant.
Peeping time, he's watching
And it's beeping.
and peeping. Detroit's Barn, what is up, my man? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. Good to have you. Um, Wolfgang CQ for the win. Wilson knows why. All right, fair enough.
Mm,
Um,
yeah,
you
Wilson
should
saw one.
ask the you should ask to sign your T-shirt. Okay. All right, maybe I will. She's definitely wearing a Creedor. Congratulations, fancy boys. We are fancy.
That's a fancy
Um,
watch.
okay, so um, first topic we're going to talk about something Marcus was like, a couple days ago was like, we need to talk about this. Sure thing. You got it, Marcus. So the other day, there was a release by Messina, and this is more of they usually partner up, right, with a watchmaker. This is kind of like their own release, right? This is like their own proprietary, well, mostly proprietary movement, right? It's still got some elements of the 7750. But here we go. Here we have another release. Marcus, give us your thoughts. What do you think about this piece?
Guys, this is the epitome of a brilliant collaboration. If you look at it, the way it was announced, it was you've got a rising hot young watchmaker who's collaborating with one of the luminaries of the watch industry. And they're the watchmaker is helping to produce a watch that's a tenth of the price of his regular watches, and you've got William Messina providing his sort of design cues. So like, does it get better than that as a collaboration? Like that, I ask you that. Like, seriously speaking, does it get better? Wait, what is that? Shoulder Cartman? That's not what it actually is? Really? What is it actually? That's the exact opposite of what it is. So basically everything I just said is what Messina is trying to convince his Kool-Aid drinking followers of, but it's just a blatant lie. Wow. We should probably talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that. So this watch, okay, is being built as a collaboration between AHCI watchmaker Raoul Paget, who produces like $90,000 watches, brilliantly hand finished watches, and Messina, and they're saying, oh, we're collaborating with Raoul Paget. This is a it's a proprietary new movement. And essentially, I think what Messina is trying to create is this illusion that they're able to, like, he's collaborating, like Paget is right on the ground, designing this movement exclusively for Messina. There's potentially that he's putting his hands on the watches that are going out, and you're getting them for $8,000 when his watches cost about 10 times that, right? But first of all, number one, where's the collaboration? Because you've got Messina stamped on the dial, you've got Messina in the watch name, you've literally got Messina on the case back, you've got Messina engraved on the bridges, and you've got Messina named in the caliber name. It's an M600. It's Messina 600. So, and this idea that Raoul Paget has more than like a cursory participation in this is laughable. Like, if you look at it, this is not like Raoul Paget designing a movement exclusively for Messina. You look at it, it's basically Raoul Paget. This caliber was made by whatever watchmakers made the unfortunate decision to work for Messina, and it was under the nebulous term technical supervision of Raoul Paget. So do you think Raoul Paget is sort of leaning over, like he's there 24/7 leaning over as they're making this caliber? No, Messina is just basically a Jean-Claude Biver wannabe who's drafting on a young watchmaker who's too naive to realize it, and should know, and it should not do it. That's what this is. Okay. So ridiculous. Like, I hate this. Messina's just taking advantage of people. This is for people who have this, like, the target audience is people who have enough money. They've tried the big box brands, and they buy into this counterculture that they're trying to rebel against the big box brands and getting into this this rebel like brand and going independence. And Messina's taking advantage of it, because if there's anyone that's establishment, it's Messina. And basically nobody is crying out for a Messina design caliber. Okay, Messina designing a caliber is like the umpires at a baseball game who think that the fans are there to watch them umpire. Okay, nobody wants a Messina caliber. So so going back to this, yeah, is it a handsomely made caliber? Yeah, fine. Yeah, sure it is. Is it a nice design? Yeah, sure it is. But they're asking for $9,000. They're asking for full sticker. They're asking you to give your money up front. And I don't see how this is different from a JLC. This is probably 80 to 90% machine created and machine finished, and maybe they do the last little 10 to 20% a little bit by hand. But that's JLC, and JLC is a much more reputable brand. You've got a better warranty. You've got better customer support. You've got 200 years of heritage, and you can probably buy the JLC sector dial for $6,000. So why buy this? This is bullshit. This is a bullshit release.
You only have to put a deposit now.
Yeah.
Because they aren't sold out.
It finally sold out, it looks like.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah.
I just hate how disingenuous this is. Like, if I could make one more analogy, okay? So imagine like Raoul Page, the watch, like an original Raoul Page. Like think of it like it's the queen of a kingdom, okay? And you have a crush on this queen, so you can't get with the queen because it's gonna be really expensive. Like, you've got to raise a rebellion, overthrow the king, make yourself king, and all that, right? So what Messina's doing is like, I'm gonna create this experience for you with the queen. It's very nebulous, all right. It'll involve her, it'll involve some private time, maybe it might involve her feet. But you don't even have to do a whole coup. You just have to participate in the coup. You don't have to be the sole usurper, right? So after you go and so you've got this idea in your head that it's like, oh, I'm gonna get some private time with the queen. I can see her feet. But instead, after you've done the coup, they're decided like, oh, here's the actual experience. Your idea was with that, but the actual experience is you can just have her socks. Like, that's literally what this is. Messina is creating this idea, and he's over promising and under delivering here, guys. Do not buy this watch. Whoever buys this watch will be thoroughly dissatisfied. They'll be putting it up for sale for like 50% on like the watch forums, and they're not going to find a buyer. Buy a Longines, buy a JLC sector dial. If you don't even like the sector dial that much, buy a Parmigiani Fleurier, Tonda 1950, like their dress watch, the 1950. Why don't pay for a $9,000 full sticker Messina watch that's stamped Messina literally on every possible surface that maybe Raoul Page has just looked at? Okay, that's it for me.
I agree with you. I actually thought that this was somewhat compelling, even though it's an ugly watch. I think the dial's hideous. I really hate it. But as far as the movement, I was like, wow, Raoul Page for $9,000, that's pretty good value. There's a couple interior angles, a couple exterior angles. I thought it was pretty good. But, after thinking about and after, seeing some of your messages, I've been thinking, I'm like, yeah, like it kind of reeks of like Corona Tokyo, where, Hajime Asaoka is kind of using his name to say, yes, I oversee the process and I look at it and make sure that it's technically good, but he never touches those watches, right? Like, he's just lending his name to give it some cachet. And I think you're right. That's what this is basically what's been done here. And yeah, there's a reason why it's 10 times less than his normal watches.
Yeah, and they're able to produce 4 times his annual production in 3 months.
I don't understand this line. Mechanically speaking, it comes with a proprietary movement developed on purpose by talented indie watchmaker Raoul Page.
On purpose.
I guess they're calibers made by accident. But I mean, if you look here, it's like these are designed and developed under the supervision. It's not developed
Yeah, yeah,
by
yeah.
Raoul Page.
Right.
Right.
It's by this under the supervision. What does that even mean?
Technical supervision. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's not like standing over these guys, right? And
He's not even touching it,
you know,
right?
he's not touching it. He's just getting
yeah.
images probably sent to him, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what do you think?
QC.
It looks pretty
Eh,
nice. And then
pretty
Isn't
good.
that like when my kids do math homework and I say, "Oh yeah, that's okay."
yeah.
You got it right.
And then they get a D. Yeah.
I hate freaking Messina. I don't care if Raul Page makes the whole goddamn watch. If it says Messina on it, I don't want any part of this. I hate Messina.
It's the ugliest sector dial I think I've seen.
Mm.
And just I'm so sick of these companies making 1930s, 1940 designs and the same kind of rehashed bullshit. Like, this is bullshit.
I mean, this entire market has been kind of a result of the last 2 to 3 years, right? The collaboration, indies, small micro brandy kind of thing where they're limited releases and everyone scoops them up pretty much to flip them. Like that's what they're doing, right? And you can already tell that they're not selling out like they used to. And you know, people are getting stuck with these things. Like there was a post online about a different Messina, that ugly gold one. I think it
The
was
geometer.
yeah, and
that
someone's
one.
like, "Oh, I got an email saying that I was on the waiting list, and now they're giving me one, and I decided I don't want it." And like nobody was like, "Yeah, I want to take your spot." Like no one wants them anymore because they can't make $500, $1,000, $2,000. That's all
If
it
you want
was.
to make these rehashed reissues and you never did it before and you want to charge like $100 and like Dan Henry, like that I get. But thousands of dollars for this crap.
Yeah, don't buy this. Just get on the wait list for Catalars. It's the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe, what do you think, man?
Yeah. I don't expect much from Messina. It's like railing against Furlan Mari, right?
Yeah.
But it's stuff like this. You guys already mentioned JLC and Longines, how they have nice ones as well. This one just reminded me how much I like the Omega that came out earlier, the CK
Yeah, that was beautiful.
A59.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that one over this one.
And you can
any
get it
day.
for like $6,000.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no brainer.
See,
Complete
I
no brainer.
would think like, you know, these collaborations, right? There should be some mutual benefit here. Okay, we can argue whether this is actually a real collaboration or not, but collaborations with designers and indies in general, it should be something mutual beneficial. For example, let's talk about Messina. I believe they elevate Harbring when they do a collaboration with Harbring, right? I like what they do with design wise because Harbring typically, I find, is fairly vanilla. Messina slightly improves on their design, right?
I
And I
don't
like that.
agree.
But other than that, there's nothing that I've seen that is very, very interesting to me, and I don't think that they actually help each other. And you can disagree. That's fine.
Well,
I'd love to
Harbring
hear
one
it.
let me
wasn't
ask
too
you,
offensive.
when the Harbring one happened, okay.
I'm not talking about the Messina Shapiro.
No, I understand.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so they did the Harbring, and then Harbring simultaneously brought out their own one, the Samandal one, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Was that Samandal one also designed by Messina? I don't think so.
I don't
No.
know.
And I like that one, and it didn't have the stink of Messina on it. So
But
I-
there's been other Messina Harbring collaborations,
have
right?
there? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
they
been a
had
few.
what is
There's
it?
been
They
a
had the
few.
Felix, right? The Felix as well last year.
Yeah.
The one that I
Mm.
almost bought anyway.
Right.
I think the Halbring one is more tolerable though because those are like base. That's the furthest extent I would accept a Messina input is that the watch itself is it's purely Halbring, and
It
then
is.
Messina
Yeah.
just gives a couple of aesthetic cues. This
And-
is Messina making the whole watch. This is Messina
No, no.
like making a whole watch and drafting off Raoul Page.
Mhm. And I'm totally with you on that. And that's where my point is. I feel like these collaborations are mostly one-sided or they don't help each other, right? The Habring bringing all of its watchmaking to the table to Messina, Messina bringing out some design elements that makes that watch even more pleasing to me. That is successful. But other than that, I haven't really seen too much success, anything I like from Messina, and the Rake and all these other like design houses or online magazines who want to do a collaboration with a watchmaker. I just haven't really seen anything too appealing to me. And then I think it's just a money grab, and I think it's just it's a bummer. It's a real bummer. Give me a JLC, like you said. Give me that CK8 859. You know,
Hmm.
give me a Longines sector dial. You know. Anywho, let's see what the chat says. Detroit Spartan CK859 is so much better at random Kev.
Yeah.
The stink of Messina. I love it. This thing is straight booty. I'm not really sure.
I don't
Okay.
even know if that's good or
I don't
bad.
know, but it's great. It's great. I'm glad I read it. Debating between this Messina versus the Yamaha Wristmaster. I'm into junk art nowadays. Patek Sector Dial for 30K is amazing in my opinion.
Pretty good.
Messina equals
It's a good watch, yeah.
ass. Sector Dial Bro Hood for the win. Trace Barn, for the record, I'd much rather have a Longines. Yeah, I think so. I think give me a Long Island watch full loom dial over this Messina. Am I right, Random Kev? Random Kev getting call outs.
I'm not ready to go that far yet.
Yeah. Wolfgang
Yeah,
was
you
asked
haven't
today
seen the
if I
new one
wanted.
yet.
It was asked to say. It was asked if I wanted to see something from Yema too. Um, Surprised the poo knife hasn't made an appearance. Well, it has now, Mez9. Thank you for giving that poo knife out. All right. So we done here with Messina. You guys want to do some new releases?
Yeah, let's do that.
There's some Bell and Rosses that came out today.
Yes.
The Carbon Chaz.
Oh, I saw that.
One more thing about Messina, I feel like it's in that Forlamari category where they're trying to like manipulate people, or like the influencers, the tricking people into it. That's the part
Yes.
I really don't like. You
Yeah.
know, that's where the stink comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bell and Ross coming out with some looks like new designs. Some
I don't
new
hate these.
dial here.
First one's pretty cool.
Yeah, the first one was pretty cool.
I like
This
the
one
blue
right
one.
here is, yeah.
Yeah, of course you do, Joe. It looks like a computer, like that.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's kinda-
Yep.
Yeah.
All of these are good.
Is
Yeah,
this
they're cool.
a
Little
Power
Seven
Reserve?
Friday
Oh
vibe,
yeah,
though.
Power
Yeah.
Reserve. Okay. Sure Hobby Bobby would like these. Okay, yeah. I mean, not
Not
bad.
the worst Bell and Rosses I've
Yeah.
seen.
No,
I
no.
wouldn't make an effort to talk someone out of these.
Yep.
What's the price point here on these here?
It's like $8,000, isn't it?
Yeah, still pretty high, right?
This or the Messina.
This.
Yeah. Every day this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm not even hating on Messina. Like this is better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because that's their own movement, right? That's a Kinesi
I think so.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Looks like it.
Done under the supervision of.
Yeah, Jean-Marc Wiederick.
In the quest of extreme thinness, is this new? This is not new, right?
No,
No,
that's not new.
they're just trying to hype it up for GPHG.
Yeah.
New
New Chapek.
Norquain, Chapek. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Aventurine Chrono.
Ooh.
Beautiful. As far as chronos go.
Yeah, I don't know if that shirt is the proper pairing with it though. No,
yeah,
you
Yeah.
see what I mean?
We
That's
should
like
have a
short
wardrobe
winded style.
department. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking
It's-
movement, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Looks nice, kind of pricey. Not a huge fan of the 3-day date display. I think that's
Bell
referring
and
back
Ross.
to the Bell and Ross. Chopeg Aventurine. Yes, sir. That's fire. Not the same. All that Theo and Harris for the shirt change. All in that Theo Harris shirt change. I don't like the chrono on this dial.
They had a what's the other model with the power reserve? Kataberg or something. Is that correct? Kataberg?
Yeah, Keyteberg, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's back. All right.
They had
sorry,
one
yeah.
of they had an aventurine dial of that looked awesome. Problem is all of them are like 30 or 33.
Yeah. The Keytebergs have like the best dials out of all the Chopec dials.
Yeah.
Well, except the osmium like that no one can afford
Yeah.
on the Antarctique. But like the Keytebergs generally I find have the best dials of all the Chopec watches.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I kicked myself out for a second there, but I think I don't know if you guys addressed it, but I think I agree with Wilson. With the Aventurine dial, maybe Chrono's not the
much.
best choice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's just okay for me.
Too many Aventurines disrupting the dial markers. Okay. Let's see here. I think somebody asked us what our opinion was on the new Fears release. Did you guys have a chance to see that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it.
Okay.
It's a
let
good
me see
looking
if it-
watch.
Let me see.
Ooh.
There's a lot of new releases
Couple
on
of-
that page that
yeah.
are, I think, worth
there's
talking
some
about.
nice ones.
Okay, while we eventually find Ichabod, no, nobody really wants to talk about. How about this Patek?
Oh, I didn't actually see that one.
That's cool.
Destro, right?
Yeah.
Left-handed.
They're calling it a
Best
grand complication.
Double
I guess.
split.
That's a good-looking watch.
Sporty for how complicated it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Interesting choice with the strap. I think, yeah, obviously makes it really sporty. Platinum. Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, I'm sure it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but yeah, I like it too.
Is it like price on request, or do they actually give us a price?
Half a
They're
mil.
saying about half a mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Price
I have
on
half
request.
a million, I'm not buying this. I'm buying
Yeah, for
something
sure.
else.
No.
I don't love it, honestly. It looks
This
a little weird.
dial is in the style of the annual. What was it? The annual calendar and that more plain one. What Calatrava they came out with earlier this year or last year? Remember the one that we were saying looks like a Longines?
Mm.
It's
The
like
one with
this.
the one with the Arabics and like the textured dial kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's kind of similar style, more casual, sporty.
Yeah.
Scott's saying, I feel like Patek is underrated now outside their sports watches.
Yeah.
That's not a fan. Chaz saying, I may pick one of these up if I can convince Rick to adopt me.
Keep
Movement
it
is pretty
alive.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Marceau, the contrarian, says for 500K, I'm getting 65 Messinas to flip.
You probably could have got 65 of them.
That's more than half of what they made, right? This Destro noise is getting old. Detroit Spartan not happy with the whole genre of Destro, left-handed.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was a big fan of the GMT.
Well, Phil Mickelson probably is. Old lefty there, right? Lefty. Okay.
What do you guys think of this Adam Moritz Grossman?
I hate it.
You hate it?
Looks
Can I
hideous.
share? Can I share here
Yeah,
for a minute?
absolutely, sure.
It
I wanna
looks
talk
like
about this GP
it looks like the logo from the Springfield power plant.
Is my
That's good. I don't see yours. Oh, you're down over here. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it
Mm,
does.
I think it's bad too.
I mean,
It's really bad.
it's art, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. I
Too
honestly,
artistic for me.
when I first saw it, I thought this was like by that Israeli watchmaker Ite Noi.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like one of his, and then I was like, oh, Grossman.
Is this a Grossman?
Yeah. Yes.
You can tell by
look
the
at those
hands.
thin hands. Yeah,
The
thin
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The back's nice looking, but a nice looking back can't save a watch.
Yeah.
But
I
that
don't
back's
think
on other watches, right?
Yeah.
there's no movement that can save that dial.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
It looks like like when you take like a pen on the end of a string and you kind of just like
Yes.
that's what that reminds me of. You
Yeah.
know.
The hands are very nice. But yeah, this is a pass.
Too autistic for
This is
Justin.
horrendous.
Yeah, can we not
What
talk
is-
about that?
No.
These,
Eh,
yeah,
I like them. I like
That
the
we
kind
did-
of
I
I think
like
that's
him if
that's
I-
like that's like a Cho's kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had just money to throw away, that would be fun to have to wear. every
Yeah,
once
I
in a
think
while.
so.
Like, it's my Halloween watch. Yeah. Put it away for the rest of the year.
this is a big pass.
Yeah. This just shows that biomorphic hands are not always cool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of dig it, guys.
you do.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on either, but I kind of dig it.
You kind of like it.
I'm
I
not
kind of
buying
like the original ones.
Yeah, the originals are good.
Yeah. And then this to me is real bad. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
I
Is that
mean-
Seiko?
I
yeah.
feel
It looks
like
like a
his,
Seiko, doesn't it?
his releases keep getting worse.
It's like a there's already been a Hamilton and a Seiko that look like this better than this. It's already done.
I feel like he's regressing as a watchmaker.
it. Yeah. You might
It's
be
like
right.
he has he grown in the last like 2 years since he
Keeps
started? He
kind of
dropped his
rehashing the same thing.
yeah. I think I'm out on Brellum.
This is just bad.
What did I say so bad, Wolfie?
Like the Ichabod, whatever that
Oh,
was.
wow.
All right.
Sean's
I mean,
been
I'm
hit too
not
many times
buying
on
it.
that.
I think it's kind of cool. And like a
Norcane.
You know why I like the Ichabod? Because it reminds me of the vintage Hoyer calculator watch a bit with the
Mm,
huge
mhm.
giant bezel. That's why I like it.
Mm.
That's all. Anyway, go ahead.
I feel like this is like a Paul watch, Norcane, huh? Right?
Paul had a Norcane.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until I shamed
that's
him
why.
out
That's
of selling it.
This is sort of blends in for me with what's the watch Beans likes? The
Formix?
Formix. Yeah. This is kind of like a Formix.
I can't wait to meet Beans tomorrow. I
Are
want
we
to go to
meeting
Wind Up.
Beans tomorrow?
I mean, he's at Wind Up.
Oh,
You know,
Wind
he's
Up.
he's with Formex.
Oh, nice.
I've heard and I know this is not going to be necessarily a popular statement on this panel, but that Formex Reef GMT that I think is actually kind of pretty good looking. A couple of guys who went there today were like, what? They were really impressed with that watch. So
I
that's
didn't hate it
trouble.
from the I didn't hate it from the pictures.
Yeah.
But
I don't
Yabi,
mind
you should
Formix.
you shouldn't buy it. I'm just gonna
Is
tell
that
you.
the
right
green
I
one?
know, I know.
Was that the green one
Like
or no?
I don't hate it, but don't buy it.
No, it's the GMT. It's the so they have like the different you could pop the bezels off and put different bezels in. They have like a Batman. They have a gilt one. They have a green dial one with a green bezel.
I do not hate Formex. Just for the
Yeah,
record.
me either. Same here.
I hate those Norcanes though. Those were. ugly.
Would be content if I never heard of Formex again. Okay. Seriously.
Seriously.
Absolutely horrific, the JCB Norcanes. Wayman says he tried on a carbon fiber Formex today. Formex rocks.
Formix rocks.
Makes some great videos.
Sounds very geological.
Best watch at Windup was Vertex. Look at that. And I heard they had some of these for sale. They're sold out of these on their website. So
So maybe he did bring the heat tonight.
yeah. Yeah. That M100 is nice. Yeah, enough. I'm enjoying it. Um, what do you guys think about this one? Now,
That's awesome.
I think it's awesome. I'm
It
bummed
is.
that it's only in the 38 because that's small for me.
I'm so happy it's a
Yeah,
30.
yeah, you're so happy that it's a 38.
Yeah.
It's
I
expensive.
like it.
Yeah,
I'm bummed they
Expensive,
still
but
haven't freaking updated their movement. Come on, guys.
yeah, yeah. But
that
that
that is
dial
true.
color is sweet.
Yeah. But
That
how
is
how
cool.
many more dial colors can you throw on and charge 15 grand and like have
Yeah,
a movement from the early 2000s? Like keep throwing that
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I'm in total agreement with you, Marcus. That movement needs some sort of upgrade or something new needs to happen to it. But look, I mean, they barely can spend money on marketing, right? Like, they don't have money for R&D, right?
Yeah.
Why don't more watchmakers use copper color? Like that's
Mm.
freaking awesome. It's
Um,
always
mhm.
it's always gold or like that color is not seen often, and it looks great.
Killer Laureato for the ladies and Cho and Deb. But it is priced very, very. I mean, like there's no
Yeah,
way.
it's stupidly priced.
It's stupidly
Yeah.
priced.
And you're not going to get a discount on it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
No, no, you're not. Everyone likes it. Those things are gonna
Yeah,
sell.
yeah, but then like in about a year from
Oh,
now,
the price not that terrible. What does it say?
it,
11.5.
It's, I mean,
that's pounds. Yeah,
pounds,
Yeah,
14,900.
so it's like
but
15,000.
15.
It's not that terrible.
I mean, if
It's
you
a
cross
fancy
shop it with
watch.
VC or anything like that, it's not horrible.
VC's way more.
No, that's what I mean. Like if you're
Yeah,
cross shopping, like it's actually less money.
yeah.
You know,
Needs to be 30% off. Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
eventually.
I like it.
Um,
The movement needs
yeah,
update
just
for sure.
Yeah.
updating. You know what I mean? For
Can
sure.
we go to the Patek
Yeah.
World Time?
Sure.
Ooh.
Amin
Battle.
ruined my buzz on this. Like I was so
Oh, what you
excited
do,
for
Ahmed?
this. Like I was doing some like mental math in my head. I was looking at like my collection. I was even looking at my bank account. Um, I was looking at what can I liquidate, and I was thinking, could I potentially, as a peasant, get a steel version of this like without too much issue? And then Amin just like ruined my buzz. Like he just ruined my buzz.
Let's look at this, right? So the part that I pointed out is that Patek has this huge history of rare handcrafts when it comes to these watches, right? So they've got the Granfo cloisonne enamel watches that we've seen, where they put the little like foil outlines before they do the this intricate enameling. Then they've got the engine turn guilloche world times, and this is the first one where they just stamped out a dial like Raymond Wiles style.
You're
And
positive it's stamped?
I'll tell you my evidence because before I
Yeah.
get Rob in trouble for the video where I'm slandering Patek. First of all, this carbon
Patek's watching.
motif, they did it on a Calatrava, and that was officially stamped. Okay, the same motif. And then the second thing is, if you go on the Patek site, the platinum one, like the green platinum one and the blue one with the guilloche dials, it says hand guilloche on there, and it doesn't sit on this one. So I'm 99% sure this is stamped. And the whole thing just looks kind of plasticky, industrial, no
not sharp.
handmade anything to it. And then on top of that, first of all, they charge 70 something for the, for these much higher end ones with precious metal cases and handmade dials. And this one's like 60 something thousand. So it's not like a big drop off. And then the cases too, they look like they went cheaper on the case production too. The way that if you look at the sides, can we get a side shot here? Like, oh, the other one back, two back. There. Well, It's like
Let me see if I
there's
can find one for you.
there's no seamless welds in the case. It's like kind of just like assembled from parts and just left looking assembled from parts, and then it's just kind of. I think they cheapen the whole thing. It just
Jeez,
looks very mass produced.
Captain
Wolfgang
Buzzkill,
saying
eh?
that's by far the best Patek release of the year. Don't listen to Amin. Do it.
I love Patek World Time watches. It's like on the top of my list for spend crazy money on a watch. It's definitely for me.
Bobby's loving it.
I love the
All right,
horns,
guys.
man.
I've got to bounce early.
Marcus, you're leaving it. I'm sorry. I won't do the horns again. I'm
They
sorry.
mailed it in.
No, I've got to bounce early. Take care.
Okay.
guys. Good night.
Well, thanks, Marcus.
Laris.
See it.
See you, Lars. Yep. The choice point, I'd buy it if I was offered. Rob's already in trouble with Formix. I'm okay with this. The inner dial is giving me zealous vibes. Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, $60-something thousand Zealous vibes. I agree with that.
Amin didn't turn down call. I don't know. Are you low energy? I didn't. Or are you high energy?
No, he's high energy.
You're high energy. Okay.
He's jacked.
Chopping
at
the
him.
hammer. He's fired up. He loves it.
This has a
Caliber.
chrono too, right?
It's a chrono.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's kind of weird that way because with the salmon color and that tiny, like 30-minute counter, it's got this weird thing. Have you ever seen like a person whose like nipples are too small?
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Like-
what? That's like, I didn't expect that, right?
Yeah.
Or you see a
Oh,
dude who has
God.
really big nipples. Like that's almost.
You-
No, I've had this
They
conversation
did
with
this
people before.
They did this before with the green one, right? So here, let me share again.
Oh god.
They made already a small nipple Patek.
But this one's
Here.
like flesh colored, It's like really
Yeah.
pronounced.
Yeah, they already did it, but it blends in a lot more there.
Yeah. So look here. It says dial hand guilloche, right?
Yeah,
Green
yeah, yeah.
hand guilloche. And then you
Which
look
it
at
definitely is. Like you can
Yeah.
tell.
yeah. And
Look
then
at
you
it
look at this
glisten.
one
Yeah.
and it says
Oof,
rare handcrafts.
beautiful.
And it
That's
says
beautiful.
Grand Flow Cloisonné Enamel Center. And then you look at the one we're talking about, and they just make up a thing. Opaline with carbon motif.
Carbon motif.
No words about how it's actually made.
Ooh,
This is definitely stamped.
scandal.
They don't put any rare handcrafts here.
You're right. I'd get
It's just say stamped. Right
either
here.
of the other two or three that are on the page there. I would pick
Yeah.
over this.
Yeah.
Even though
And then-
salmon is hot and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but
And that $500,000 one we saw before had some nice finishing, some nice interior angles. Look at these hands too. This looks like here you get the weird notch. You get the little weird
yeah,
notches.
anything to not have an interior angle. Yeah.
Yep.
Little swales.
Yep.
But
This
it is off-putting when you go to the beach and you see a dude with like really big nipples,
It
right?
is.
The
It is.
small nipples, you kind of like, all right, you're not, but like really like abnormally big. It's really off-putting. It's really it's really like I'd
Yeah.
pack up
Wear a swim shirt.
like
yeah.
I'd pack up my blanket and an umbrella and I'd leave. I would leave. I would probably leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby Legs and friends.
Ooh. I need a coffee.
I didn't know I was still sharing.
That's all right.
okay. Oh, can we get a Patek and Raymond Wow release?
This is the collab.
That'd be a collab, right?
Dial by Raymond Wow. Yeah, Puffy and Big is the really bad combo. It's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Puffy
it's
and Big.
worst of both worlds.
Yeah. Okay, so as
Anything else? released?
titillating as the nipple talk is, let's try to move past that. Oh,
Good segue.
Joe.
That deserved a horn, actually.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just too late to it. Okay. Yay! Okay. Never too late. Never too late, right, guys? Okay.
Right.
It's too late for me to come on today. Is it too late? No, come on. No,
No.
get in here.
Where's the Fears watch?
Yeah, we
Hold on,
need some
Dib. Let
Dib.
me.
Dib
Yeah,
had a
let me.
busy day.
Yeah.
I want to hear all about it.
Oh, he looked like a kid in the candy store, literally. There you go, Deb. Come on.
Oh, here's the Fears watch.
Yeah, bring that up. Somebody asked about that. There was some talk about it with some of our friends today about it. I hope Dib is drunk.
I think the white one's sold out.
Here we go. They're 40 millimeter Brunswicks. Got this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sportier Fears watch.
I think it looks a little weird on a bracelet.
Oh yeah. I think it's fine.
Pink.
Mm-hmm.
Blue.
White's the nicest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz about Fears. I'm not sure I
Yeah.
understand why.
A lot of people
You know-
are excited to see Fears today.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Colin, because I'm still trying to figure out what the buzz is
Mm.
about them. I mean, I've had one in hand, and I did a review on it, and it's a nice it's a nice watch. But
Yeah,
I just
there he is.
people are borderline fanatical about Fears. Dib, how are you, my friend?
Doing well. How are you
Yeah.
all doing today?
Good, good. How Amin, I'm gonna remove your screen for
yeah,
a
yeah.
second here. Let's see if we can get maybe Dib on a. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God.
5-foot shadow.
So tell us about your day in the big city in New York City. You went to several events. You had dinner with Beans. Tell us about what you saw. I saw pictures of you in Breguet.
So, I mean, I met up with, like our friend Kevin. So we went to a couple of, boutiques and stores and went to the 47th Street. Saw some interesting pieces there. Lots of room to have, really interesting, like vintage Pateks.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a Cartier Tortu for 15 grand platinum.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good price. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, fine.
But I think the main event today was Wind Up.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Some brands
Mhm.
were good. Some were not.
Colin's head.
Sorry. I was just trying to get the logo off of Colin's head. No, oh, that's not it. How do I get the logo? Sorry, Colin, I can't get
It's
the
cool,
logo
man.
off. There it is. Okay. So you saw some interesting brands. How was I'm interested in Formix. How was that GMT?
I think Formix makes a compelling product, especially at the price point what they
Yeah.
are offering. Even 40 case, very wearable, because it's like lug to lug is short and
Hmm.
it's less than 12 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
I think Formix for me today was a winner
Mm.
of their watches.
Okay.
Christopher Ward is always, I've always been,
You're a big fan of them. Yep.
big fan of them. So, yay for them. Monta, I really don't know why people bang on about the quality. I wouldn't pay $700 for it.
Wow.
Like, forget 2000.
Hot take.
Point.
Hot take.
Christopher Ward has everything for $1,200. If I need
Yeah.
to buy a micro brand, fairer, good watches, good designs.
Okay.
Long Island watch. I think the rat avoid the trash.
Hmm.
I did see a rat in Times Square, so I think he was running Mark from Long Island watch. mom or her mom. Oh, can rat be gender fluid? Probably yes. Let's say gender fluid rat. So uh, Nevada Grant was decent. Baltic as a whole was shit. Uh, the only Baltic I mean, the new chronograph that they have, the Salita 510 movement, which, it's playful, it's colorful.
Hmm.
Um, that's probably the only one I'd pay with my own money.
Yeah.
Um, there was a lot of other micro brands. Anodyne was there, pretty decent, but not
Hmm.
my favorite. Uh, what else? The problem is, Fierce watches. So the founder was there, and I had an interesting chat with him and the guy beside him. The watches are good. I need to warm up to it considerably to pay the amount they're
Yeah.
asking, but
Yeah.
I think the quality is there.
Yeah.
The brand new watch that they released with a bracelet, the watch head is good, the bracelet is bad. Don't buy it with the bracelet. Say,
Mm.
Zodiac, colorful watches, but I don't think I touched them. The worst part was like all their prototypes, it would not wind. So the first time I tried to,
Oh.
the crown just fell out. I'm like, shoot,
It's
it,
not a good sign.
it just touched
I,
like
I heard that when that happened, Dib, you put the watch down and ran as fast as you could away from that table. That's what I heard.
I just went to Long Island Watches. I knew I'd be safe there. I mean, obviously, I'm the guy, but come on, like people buying that with their own money, it's like shoot me dead. Like, as,
Yeah.
as good friend Kevin said, asked him, where do you get all the inspiration? Uh, some good. Ugh.
So so Kevin is saying that you were stopped from photographing the Anordane.
So they are coming out with a new type of dial, and as usual, I was photographing the other anodanes, and obviously, like I thought, let me take a picture
Yeah.
of that too. So that's when the guy stopped me and said, like, please don't do it. Uh, what else? Damn, hard. Vortex was decent. Won't pay.
What
You're
Uh,
was
cutting
that?
out a little bit, Dib.
Which
There.
one, Dib, was decent?
the Vortex
Oh,
watch from
Vortex. I
Mhm.
thought you
the
said
Vortex.
Formex.
No, uh,
So you're gonna buy a Formex?
I
He
already
did.
bought one.
You bought one today?
No, no, not
A
today.
couple
I bought
days
it
ago.
today. The Essence 39 with the malachite dial.
Oh, I
Hmm.
missed it.
I liked it, and I saw it in the flesh. It was really nice. I think it's worth the price they're asking for it. Again, like Richard Spartan, I'm not selling Formex. I saw one in person and I was impressed.
Yeah.
That decided, you know what, let me buy one. Um,
Oh
is
wow.
improvement definitely, and I think as a brand they're very agile. I mean, I talked to the CEO, so
Oh,
I
the
think
malachite looks nice.
yeah, a full
I'm looking at pics. Yeah.
full
Oh,
and
Did
there.
anyone recognize you did?
Obviously not. I did take a picture. Well, I took a random picture with Kevin in it. Let's just leave it at that. I think that was the pick of the day.
Okay.
oh, did you take that picture, Dib?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Dan took that picture.
No, no, no.
No, that was a good picture. These
What,
hands look like the Patek hands.
I don't know. I mean, for 1750, it's a good watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It costs
looks good.
it's a malachite dial.
It is good looking.
I'm
So
not all fancy, but I think it's a good sports watch.
so Dib. So what do you got going for the rest of the night? Are you just gonna chill out and then get your energy saved up for tomorrow for another day of watch time? And are you going to go back to wind up? I'm gonna go. I want to try to get to wind up. I want you to come with me. You know.
I'll try, obviously, but I don't know if I want to go back to wind up.
Because of
Just
beans?
yeah, I mean, my friend Beans will be there, but
Oh,
just because for me, wind up would have ended in 5 minutes with a Formix trip, a
yeah.
Christian Ward trip,
Okay.
and I can't even remember anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oris was there.
I feel like I've been there just listening to Dib.
Yeah.
Hannah was decent.
You're done. Colin's done.
Yeah.
He's seen everything he needs to see.
All right. Well, fair enough. Well, listen, look, Dib, I'm very excited to meet you in person tomorrow, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of fun meeting at watch time. Very, very excited. I'm gonna be there on the early side. Um, yeah, yeah.
Are you going to wind up too, Rob?
I think I would like to. If, it sounds like um, these events, you're pretty much in there for an hour or two, and you've seen it all, right?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, I mean,
so are you gonna make it down, Amin, or no?
I'm 95% sure I'm gonna make it down.
Oh, okay.
you
Ooh.
can wind up into like 1 to 2 hours easily, like
Yeah.
with plenty of time to spare. Um, yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, the good thing is all these companies are out there,
Mm-hmm.
for a positive message. Like they're showing their watches. Probably some are, iterative. Some don't measure up, but there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
Like not people like me, but I mean, I usually don't buy micro brands, but there are many people who give them a chance, and hopefully they'll mature into something better. That's the hope, right? I
You
mean,
do so buy micro brands.
You
What are you
totally buy
talking
micro
about?
brands.
I'm just trying to end the show on a I'm negative all the time. So sometimes, it's good to have some positivity. Like, come on. I mean, yeah, would I buy them? No. Like I just told to which one was that? There was some company called Main Watches, and he's like, "Do you want to buy it?" I'm like, "No."
What was it
Well,
called?
Ming?
MEN Main
Oh yeah,
Watches.
Maine. Yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I mean, like he was like, a good guy. Like he was asking, "Hey, he said, do you like the watch? Do you want to buy it? I'll give you a discount coupon or something." I'm like, "No, thank you."
So at wind up, were most of the companies selling watches?
Somewhere, some you can place orders. Um, the one company I was really disappointed by, especially considering the moving up market, is Fortis.
Mm.
Their watches, like, well, TGV says they're the best brand in the planet. It's not. There's loads of room for improvement. Even the watches with their Kinesi movement, I did not understand why I'm paying $3,500 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
why? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad watch, but they just make, like, okay, fine. You know what?
Well,
I think the only watch, if I were like influenced enough to buy, would be a Fierce watch.
Mm.
The guy is cool. Yeah. That's about it. Like, like I'd have to be blind drunk to buy anything from there.
So were you and it doesn't sound like you got to a point with any of these brands that you're seriously going to consider buying anything, but do you think there was room for negotiation right then and there in the spot?
No, Formix
Yeah.
Fortis was offering 15% off on whatever watch you order from there.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so there's a like I forgot. I always exclude Christopher Ward from all these micro brands because to me that's the best value for money micro brand you can get. Any price point, and they have so many distinctive designs. So that always gets a pass. But and and they are coming out with a pretty innovative watch in the next few weeks. I've been advised not to. Well, I mean, I told the guy, hey, I bought 25 watches from you guys in the last 3 years, and he's like, okay, let me show you something cool, and it
Yeah.
was a pretty cool watch. It's a higher priced watch, like above 3 grand, but it is worth it. So I would say, if anybody out there is a Christopher Ward fan, stay tuned. It's a
So,
cool watch.
so Dib, who does not buy micro brands, has bought 25 Christopher
25
Wards.
Christopher Wards.
Honestly, I mean, I bought Christopher Ward on a whim, like way back in 2019.
25 times.
Oh, they don't count.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like like I don't usually believe in that value for money quotient where best bang for your buck, but I just
Right.
like the designs, like the light catcher case. They have plenty of distinctive lines, which and it's not to the point where like they engulf like the entire market with like 50,000 SKUs, like Breitling does or Grand Seiko does. Oh my God. The only
Seiko. Doxa.
Yeah,
Poor Dib.
the only thing I regret is not meeting Mike Franz. I somehow missed him. He's a CEO of Christopher Ward
Unfazed.
Watches.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but other than that, as I said, like there's space for improvement for people. I hope everybody the best. That's all I'll say.
Sounds like you had a good day, man.
Sounds like you had a great
Any
day.
any good deals on 47th?
I actually, like, here's the thing. Like, I'm always chasing after a Rolex, Pepsi, Daytona. The thing is, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't live in a big city like New York City. Like, you see so many Rolexes out there. You're like, why should I buy one?
Yeah.
And there's so many, I mean, actual interesting watches on 47th Street, like old VC and things you don't see every day. Like, for example, that Cartier Tour 2, $15,000 for a platinum piece. Let's say
pretty
I
good.
have to budget another $1,500 for complete service. And this is before you haggle or negotiate. I mean, come on.
Best part. Yeah.
Dib. Thomas wants to know. Tell us about Breguet. Thank you, Thomas. Tell us about Breguet.
I think Breguet, the boutique, treated Kevin and I really well. I don't think they like given our body language, I don't think they expected us to buy anything, but that did not stop uh, the lady from, let's see, what's her name? Uh, so I mean, yeah, I mean she treated us very well. We saw a couple of traditions. Oh, her name was Laurie. So shout out to Laurie if anybody wants to buy a Breguet at full price.
Full price.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I mean, if somebody is looking for a one and done Breguet and like they have more money, why not? I mean, if I were a millionaire, why would I be searching for deals? I'd be just going there, balling, throw your Amex Black card or something, and just buying a Breguet. That's how you need to roll in life. Unfortunately, I can't. But anyway, I mean, like they had the Horamundi watch. That was something which I really loved. They had a bunch of Breguet traditions,
Night Wolfie.
Breguet classics, excellent watches, and the best part is you actually get to see the watch. Like you can make a distinction. Like you can see the clear difference between something which is 20 grand versus something which is 80 grand. Like you can actually see the watch. Like we went to the Vacheron boutique after that, and there was nothing. Like apparently, even a 1921 Historique is a waitlist piece now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I mean,
it is.
that's a 35 grand watch which you can get from gray market dealer for 22 grand.
That's crazy.
Why should I be waiting for that from the boutique? That's just insane.
Because they don't actually want that one. They want the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
I mean,
crazy.
the boutique was really nice, but they did not have anything to show us. So,
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
do you
that
think
sucks.
of? What do you think of Fairer? I'm interested in Fair. Is it good quality? Is it stand up to
It,
the Christopher Ward standard or not really?
yeah, pretty much. They are similar to each other in terms of quality.
Wow.
I think one of our friends got that new Fairer salmon dial.
Mm.
Bobby got one. I think
Oh,
he'll get it in soon.
nice.
So, yeah, I
I
mean,
look at their
we
world time watches sometimes.
hmm.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for the report. Really appreciate it. I'm grateful that you came in. I was hoping that somebody would come in, and of course, you're the perfect on-scene reporter that the Tuesday night live stream and the Friday night live stream can ever ask for. And we hope you continue with your reporting, your your
Man on
breaking
the street.
news,
Yeah.
man on
Man
the
on the
street.
street. That's right.
Guys, so happy that you were able to join us. We got the band back together today. It was great. The chat was great. Looking forward to meeting some of you who are on the chat tomorrow. Some of you for the first time, some of you are not. Hopefully, I get to see Amin and I get to meet Dib in person for the first time and all the other guys, Wolfie, Rick, everybody. It's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to it. And chat, we will be back on Tuesday. Maybe we'll have a little report, and maybe I'll do like a little picture collage of everybody. Of course, if I get permissions to show the pictures. Maybe Beans. Maybe we'll get a picture of Dib and Beans
If
and
they don't
Paul.
want to be seen, you can put a Bobby Legs logo over their head.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. I could do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good one, and we'll
Have
see
fun,
you
guys.
next week. Take
See you
care.
guys.
See you guys.